Wednesday Insights for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Meteorologist Danielle Noyes here, and there is no shortage of weather to talk about. Arctic air gets reinforced to end the week. The coldest period for us is Friday day and night. Then we turn our attention to the weekend storm, accumulating snow likely on Sunday, and this is going to be a powerhouse ocean storm. Wait until you see some of the maps I'm about to show you. I do want to start with the jet stream, though, because that's so important. It steers our storms, and there are a couple different things to point out on the map. We get northern stream energy that dives out of the Arctic, and this trough carves out and brings the record-breaking cold to end the week and for the upcoming weekend in the eastern two-thirds of the country. There's also a subtropical jet coming in off the Pacific. That merges with that. So we get Pacific moisture and energy. We tap the Gulf. We tap the Atlantic. And then where is the jet stream positioned? South and east of New England. You think, okay, this favors an offshore track. And it does. The problem is that this storm is going to be so large. It will undergo rapid intensification, bombogenesis, as we call it in meteorology, bomb cyclone, you may hear, where the storm will strengthen and drop more than 24 millibars in pressure within 24 hours. This storm may do more than that. So what does that mean for us? Well, the storm center comes off the Carolina coastline Saturday evening. So snow on the northwest side. It continues to strengthen, taking a track south and east of New England. This is not a question of rain or snow lines, enough cold air in place. So it's a nor'easter, essentially, damaging wind gust potential at the coast, particularly back down to Cape Cod, closest to the storm center. Blizzard conditions increasingly likely Sunday afternoon and evening. And there will be a sharp snow cutoff on the northwest side for western and northern New England, depending on the exact track. So, yes, it's too early to put exact numbers on a map. The timeline will have some wiggle room, but it looks like a start time would be Sunday pre-dawn, last all day Sunday, and then may wrap up Sunday night and pull away from the region on Monday. So this far out, it's important to look at trends. This is a probability map, probability of 6 or more inches of snow on Sunday. Do you notice where that risk is highest? For the South Shore and Cape. Somewhere like Boston, back through down East Maine, it's about a 40% chance. So pretty good signal this many days out. 30% chance farther north and west than that, and then less when you get into far northwestern New England. I do want to show you the probability of 12 or more inches of snow, because this is a pretty good signal too this many days out. The Cape and the Islands around a 60% chance, and then the amounts would drop off north and west of that. So the chance of a foot or more of snow in somewhere like Boston or Metro West, the Merrimack Valley, is only about a 20 to 30% chance, which makes sense with the heaviest snow focused closer to the storm center with the more intense bands as well. Now, wind gusts are very interesting. I do think the wind field is going to expand. So my concern is that, yes, there will be some damaging wind gusts, particularly for Cape Cod and the islands. The yellow shading you see here are tropical storm force wind gusts. So let's think 40 to 50 miles per hour. Notice it hugs the coastline, tip of Essex County, the South Shore, Cape Cod. But this orange shading is hurricane force wind gusts along the south coast, south and east of Long Island. But they are close to the south coast and also the outer Cape. Sunday morning to midday, there will be some hurricane force gusts offshore. And notice we get a little expansion too of the strong wind through the interior of southeastern New England Sunday morning and afternoon. So that's something we'll watch closely with the wind from the northeast, then north. That is also going to ramp up the seas. So this is going to be a life-threatening storm for our marine community. This is the map on Thursday. Offshore seas like 5 to 8 feet. They ramp up a little bit on Friday, 5 to 10 foot seas offshore. Not overly concerned about that. Saturday, it actually comes down a little bit. Here's what I want to show you as the storm rapidly intensifies. Whoa, look at that. The seas climb 12 to 15 feet by the end of Sunday. Near shore, there's 6 to 12 feet. So with that said, large breaking waves, some erosion, coastal flooding will be a concern this time around. And offshore, the seas go about 20, 22 feet from places like Browns Bank back down to George's Bank, and then offshore of Nova Scotia lingering into Monday with storms, the seas easing after that. So this is going to be a powerful one. We'll keep you posted, of course. Pre-storm live stream. We show you what we're looking at behind the scenes. Matt put it on ahead of this last storm. It's for our inside track members and above. So join membership.onedegreeoutside.com. You get the exclusive content and you're helping to support our mission. So we appreciate the support. Until then, it's all about the cold. Kiddos, I know this is a rough week, right? Really cold starts at the bus stop. Bus is going a little bit slower too because of the snowbanks and the snow out there. So certainly bundle up, layer up, hat, scarf, gloves. Friday is the coldest day. So after feeling like the teens Thursday, it's probably only going to feel like it's around 0 or the single digits at the warmest time of the day. This is the map on Saturday across the country. And I just want to show you that as this Arctic air comes in, high temperatures on Saturday are only going to be in the 30s. That's the blue shading here, all the way down to the Gulf Coast states, 40s and 50s in parts of central Florida. So record-breaking cold. And where is the coldest spot across the country? Portions of New England. So yes, the chilly air is in place, setting the stage as this next storm comes in. Thursday, high temperatures, teens to lower 20s will do it. The wind gusting occasionally 10 to 15 miles per hour. So adding that bite to the air. Feels like on Thursday, only in the single digits to lower teens. That's about it. Predicted low temperatures Thursday night, single digits all the way back down to the Cape, sub-zero through far interior, western, northern New England. Then you factor in a bit of a breeze. It feels like 10 to 20 below zero in much of the region, sub-zero all the way back down to the south coast, and 10 to 20 below zero in northern New England as well. Highs on Friday. This was the coldest day I was talking about. Don't get out of the teens in most areas. Single digits to the north. There'll be a bit of a breeze. And then Friday, during the warmest time of the day, it feels like it's either side of 0 in southern New England, sub-zero north. The good news is Friday and Friday night, there won't be a ton of wind because that high pressure is cresting over us. But it does mean with clear skies, it's ideal for the temperatures to drop. We're going to be close to 0 in Boston, single digits on the Cape, and then 5 to 10 below 0. This is without the wind factored in. Again, there won't be a ton of it, generally less than 5 miles per hour overnight, but 10 to 20 below 0 in the coldest spots in northern New England. You can track the temperature for your city or town, pinpoint it in our app. Our app is free, thousands of 5-star reviews. See why people are loving it. Search 1 Degree Outside Weather in the App Store and Google Play, and keep spreading the word. Of course, we'll keep you posted on the weekend storm always at the #1degreeoutside.com and on social media as well.